if that's any advice you're gonna take from me, who's been a barber a long time, who's trying to open a shop, who has a full-time job, and is trying to go to barber school, take this advice. This video is for you right here. What up? Back with Barber here. Working right now, because gotta work to be able to pay for the school. So hopefully full-time barbershop be coming up soon. But what I wanted to discuss today is how barber school's going, what I thought about, my expectations, and what I'm getting. So if you watch my first video, which I put up here about about to get my first day in barber school, and there's another video I put up here about my package stuff. I went in it with the mind of not really being naive, but I kind of went in and was like, well, I've been cutting hair since like 1996, so I'm pretty sure that there's nothing I'm gonna learn. Well, that's wrong. But I did say, actually I didn't say that. I said there's always room for learning. You can always learn something. That was my exact word. Anyway, so this school, I've heard different schools that said like, all right, okay, I know people that went to different schools and said they did not learn how to cut. What they did was all day sat in a class and pretty much read books about how to cut, but never learned how to cut. And I personally know people who came out of school didn't know how to cut. Like if you watch the movie Barbershop, I believe it's might be part 2, when the new kid comes in fresh out of barber school and he doesn't know how to cut and he's jacking people up and whatever. That's true. Now I got lucky and chose a school where it's KOE Barber Academy in Tampa on the corner of MLK and Falkenberg, where the owner, Mr. Oliver Green, he is a master barber. He's got to be, if not one of the best barbers I've ever seen in my entire life. He could do a blurry fade like it's not even his job. No joke. But with that said, in this school here, we do our book work in the morning. And after you're there for like 2 weeks, you pretty much cut your mannequins, learn how to, do 45-degree, 90-degree cuts, and learn how to use scissors and stuff like that, and sanitation. The place is like a barbershop. They have like 15 chairs in there, and every single person in the class, once you get done with your 2 weeks, every morning you do some practice tests. He'll teach you your schooling, and you're on the floor cutting. Walk-ins. People come in there, now it's discounted cuts. I think they charge $10 a cut because you're getting cut by kids practicing on your head. Or you can get somebody like me who's been cutting for a while, but they don't know who they're getting. So that's kind of irrelevant, and they really don't know who they're getting, okay? So they could be getting me, they could be getting a fresh student, whatever. It's a school. They come in there, get their cut, and what we're doing all day is we are sitting there cutting hair. Now, we can't charge because we're not licensed barbers. He charges, obviously, they pay to come in there, but we get to keep our tips, okay? So technically we're not charging, we're just getting a tip. So, but in this school, every cut that walks out that door, the owner, the instructor has to approve it. And if you're stuck on a haircut, he comes there, tells you, all right, grab the 0 clip, grab the 1 clip, and he actually goes over the fade and he cleans it up, or whatever cut you're doing. It could be a fade, it could be, we've had fades, mullets, every ethnic group come in there. African Americans, Spanish, Indians, Arabics, Muslims, every single ethnic group, very diverse area. So, sorry if the camera's shaking more, some bumps. So, at this school here, you learn how to cut. When you come, you might not be the blurriest fader, you might not be the best person to do a fade, but you know how to do a fade. And you could work in the shop, and you could do cuts and charge to be able to progress yourself. So I learned that being in school, it all depends on what school you go to, my friend. That's what it depends on. I mean, people have crappy experiences because they went to a school that's all about the book work. Now, you got 2 kinds of schools. I'm doing 600-hour restricted barber, okay? But in this school, they don't take financial aid. So since they don't take financial aid, they're able to charge the $600 hours, which is $6,500, restricted barber. These other schools that want to sit you in front of a book all day and not show you how to cut, and maybe show you how to dye, color hair, and use a scissor and hold a clipper like I don't know. I've seen some horror stories. They're charging you $21,000 and they're making you take 1,200 hours. Reality check, Florida has changed it so it's 600 hours to be restricted barber. But they didn't get the reality check. You wanna know why? Because with financial aid, they can rape the company for as much as they want and take all that money and give you bare minimum because you're getting paid through financial aid. The school I'm in now, you gotta pay it. It's straight up cash, ain't no financing, nothing. So you're paying it, okay? So he's able to do restricted barber and focus on barbering. Now they do cosmetology there, they do it. I'm not doing it, they do it. I think there's only one person in the whole school doing cosmetology right now. Everyone else doing restricted barber. So when it comes down to your barber school, man, do your research. I called every barber school from Miami to Tallahassee. I live in Florida. And I found this one school that was fair. Now, I didn't know if he showed you how to cut or not. That I didn't know until I started. Now, I didn't need to know how to cut. Granted, there's some things I need to brush up on, like flat tops, how to brush up on that. Scissor over comb, stuff like that. You know, it's stuff you want to brush up on. Like me, I personally, I ain't gonna lie. I straight up never did clipper over comb all my life. I did scissor over comb. So, you know, I got brushed up on that in there. Never cut girls' hair. Now I can cut girls' hair. You know, if I wanted to, I can cut girls' hair. I don't plan on doing it in my shop at all. Cutting girls' hair ain't happening. It will. I'm not gonna walk out the door, but I'm not gonna advertise I'm doing it. So when you guys get a school, make sure that your school is gonna show you how to actually cut. They're all gonna say they will and do all this fancy stuff. Nah. This school I made might not be the prettiest school. It might not have the fanciest stuff. They might not have given you the fanciest bag, which you could see top of the video of my actual bag they gave me when I started. It might not be the fanciest, but this school is gonna put you out there where you can cut hair, okay? You can work in a barbershop and you can have a customer sit down and you can say, listen, you want a skin tight fade? We're gonna do it. So just remember, when you look into your schools, do a lot of research, man. I researched for about 3 months before I decided to go to this one school. Another thing about this school here, all those schools that you get financial aid, you have to go full time. You have to go every day, 9 to 5. They don't care because financial aid's paying for it. So you can't work. Say if you got a full-time job. Can't. You gotta go to school. Now you're acquiring debt from a loan of $21,000, which you only need a loan for $600, but they're gonna make you get $21,000 because they could rape the finance company. Now you come out, you gotta find a job, cutting hair, and you gotta pay your bills and $21,000. That's like financing a car, my friend. $21,000 is a lot of money. This school right here, $6,500. Like I went in there and put a lump sum down, and I'm just paying cash, whatever. You know, I have every month I throw them whatever it is. That's my business. But they work with me too because I have a full-time job, so I can go to work and say, listen, man, I can't be here 9 to 5. And after work, I'll go there. Sometimes I'll put in 9 hours. Sometimes I'll put in 7. Sometimes I'll put in 2 hours. Every day after work, I haven't missed one day and knock on wood, I haven't missed one day in 4 weeks. Okay? Some days were 9 hours, some days were 2 hours. That's just it. Okay? I think I've been there already. This is my 4th week, I think. And I've already done 125 hours. Okay? So, like I said, look into your schools, man. You know, you want to get a school that's going to work with you. Every school I call is like, nope, you got to pretty much quit your job. You got to come here full time. Like, how the hell am I going to quit my job to go acquire debt and not be able to pay for it? Because they don't care. All they want you to do is get approved for that loan, and they want to see you in that chair every single day. That's it. They want to see you in there so they can get their $21,000 to show you how not to cut. Okay? Oh yeah, you might learn how to put a little color in the hair. Yeah, you might learn that. Sorry, I'm just watching my rearview mirror. You might learn how to put a little bit of color in the hair and stuff like that. But I mean, you're not really getting nothing crazy. You know, you're just not. You're not learning how to really cut. You don't know how to cut. And you pay $21,000 and you quit your job and you got debt. What? You crazy as hell. So I kept my full-time job. I make my money. I pay this off. I go to school. I get my license. So do your research on your schools, man. Really. Like I think I've called 30 or 40 different schools, and I'm talking about from Tallahassee to Miami. I was willing to drive to Miami, like take weekends away, just so they can deal with my schedule. Okay? So look into that, man. But so what I've learned is that don't be naive. you really can learn something from school, okay? Even if you're a veteran barber, OG barber, blurriest fade on the internet, Instagram sensation, blah, 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 blah. You will still learn something, trust me. Even if it's sanitation, even if it's about bacteria, even if it's about how to put on a neck strip properly. Do you know how many barbershops don't use neck strips? Do you know how many, you watch people put them on and you got the kids all itching, you wanna know why? You didn't put your neck strip on right, and the hair's going down the kid's neck. Now you can't cut him, and you're blaming your jacked up fade on him moving, but it's because he got hair and he's itching and the kid's moving. Your kids move. Kids are hard to cut. But I just wanna make this video just to let you guys know, really, really look into your schools. Do your research. Do not fall for that $21,000 1,200 hour bullcrap. Now in Florida, I'm in Florida. I'm speaking of Florida. If you want to be a barber, find a barber school that will do your 600 hour restricted barber, and it's going to cost you anywhere from $6 to $8 grand. Whatever. If that's any advice you're going to take from me, who's been a barber a long time, who's trying to open a shop, who has a full-time job, and is trying to go to barber school, take this advice. This video is for you right here. Okay? So I hope this video helped you. If you have any question about anything, put it down in the description. I'll give you an answer. Once again, thanks for watching, man. Hopefully you'll see me open that shop in a couple of months. I'm on the journey. Follow my journey. Out.